Hello everyone, I'm Lisa Watson and we are here filming a Big Thinkers interview today, and I am here with the lovely and very funny Joe Suze. I'm laughing already.
You can't introduce me as being funny, it's a lot to live up to.
It's pressure, isn't it? Like, you know, you are, very funny guy. Editor-in-Chief of the newly launched Roadworks magazine. Very excited to have you here today. And I just want to talk to Joe about what you love doing most and how you got to where you are right now. So, first of all, what do you absolutely love doing?
I've come to figure out that I love writing, and moreover, I just love publishing magazines, and that field is just wide open as far as the options of like topics in life and things that I can focus on. So I know that publications are probably the way forward for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was always interested in reading and writing, and I started making a literature magazine when I first got to this country, and it was absolutely amazing, and it was really quite easy to get a bit of success doing that at the university I was attending, which is University of East London, just because there was not a literature magazine there already. So through doing that, I just realized that that's something I can do, which not everyone can do, and that felt great. So I've just continued with it incessantly ever since my first publication.
Yeah.
I am the type of person that can definitely do a wide variety of things, which is necessary to become an editor. I also have the kind of mindset where I'm cool with doing the particularly boring stuff on the way to something awesome.
Yeah.
And then I think I've got the decisiveness to maybe say that this is what should happen and let's run with it. Which I think I make sure to say decisiveness, like, you know, not like the correctness, because, you know, it's really complicated to say, well, what is the right thing to do, but you definitely know that you need to do something.
Yeah.
So being decisive as an editor is crucial.
Yes.
But yeah, I just love it because it's a different thing every day, and at the end you get this final product, which isn't just something I created, it's something that me and a whole group of people created. Yeah, I think the only thing I'd say other than that is that I just always really admired the team mentality of musicians, and how easily they could kind of roll together and kind of expound upon each other's talents by using each other's talents together.
Yeah.
So
and
yeah,
make something really cool happen.
I think I just needed a way to do that.
Yeah, I love that. And just going back to something that you said, that I heard you kind of touch on one time at a workshop you were doing, about doing the boring stuff. Sometimes you do the boring stuff to get to the awesome stuff. That can be a bit tricky for some people. You know, they've got this thing that they love, but they might have to work a crap job or something like that to get there. How do you stay focused doing the boring stuff?
Well, I don't know if everyone's had this same road as me, but for me, I think I'm constantly helped by the long list of people who mad underestimated me when I was younger. So when I get thrown some professional type task, which happens to be particularly boring, I still get a bit of like a ego boost from that, and just be like, oh, I'm the guy who has to do this job. I'm very important, you know. And like I just go and I do it, and I get some kind of satisfaction over the end product, and then the idea that it's just a little bit of a kick every time I'm playing the role of Mr. Professional. When it's like, holy crap, this is weird. What's happening? And everyone accepts it of me, and that's amazing. So it's never really a question for me of whether I'm going to do the boring stuff. It always seemed like all the success I've had at being able to be the leader of any project has come because I was the guy who wanted to do those things. And I guess to go even deeper into that issue of how do you stay focused on something when what you need to do is have a proper job. Well, I work at a pub, and just to make sure that I can keep this charity work publishing thing going with Roadworks Media, and I think almost anyone would do that. People who just love sitting at home and playing their guitar, or people who paint, will totally just get a crappy job that they don't like because at night they have something they really do like, and it's just facilitating that.
Yeah.
I can imagine how hard it would be to maintain a job you don't like when you don't have something you come home to, which is really cool.
Yeah, and I just think it's so important. It's something I do in my workshops as well. Is, you know, it's not about quitting your job. you know, you can, I mean, sure, you know, if you find something that you love and you decide, yep, I'm just going to go full on and, you know, quit my other job, that's cool. But you don't necessarily have to quit your job. Just start doing something that you love. So it makes the day job a little bit more exciting as well. You've got something to look forward to.
Yeah, I mean, to me, my day job is there to facilitate my night job. You know, and if it stopped fulfilling that, then I would get a new one that worked a little better with what I need to do at night.
Yeah.
And that for me could mean washing dishes, doing sales or whatever, but it would be so that I could come home and, you know, write my magazine and arrange for these projects to go forward. Because ever since I've been working for Roadworks, it looks like those projects are actually helping people.
Yeah.
So yeah, my motivation is clear.
Brilliant, I love it. And when you're not writing, editing, or working in the pub, what else would we find you doing?
I try and do enough exercise. And I also...
You exercise? Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna edit that. Yeah, and also I enjoy fire dancing, which is I use poi, which are
fire dancing, like
yeah, the Hawaiian performance art.
Oh my God.
And I haven't been able to do that in a while because actually finding places to do that in London legally is more difficult than where I was coming from. But yeah, I like doing that and have very few other hobbies besides stuff to do with projects. Yeah, and that's the sacrifice you make, right? Like, so there isn't a hobby for me that really takes up very much time because the projects that I like to keep on the go kind of take that space, and that keeps me happy as well. So it's not actually like an accommodation. It's just that, you know, what I like to do for fun is something that is a bit hard. Yeah, it's a bit of a job.
I wonder if there's any other editor-in-chiefs in the whole country that do fire dancing as well. I think you might be the first.
That might be true. That might be true. But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't.
Okay, so Joe, for people who want to become an editor, they want to get into writing, become a journalist, what's the best advice that you could give them?
The magazine industry and journalism field is wide open to people without degrees right now. I think a lot of the sort of stuffy professional journalists are rolling because they're absolutely right now not... I mean, you don't really proper need a degree to be a journalist. What you need is a lot of practice. My opinion is that whether you're a poet, a fiction writer, or a journalist, what you need to do is you need to read loads and figure out what you love, and then go out and imitate that stuff. And then once you've been writing the kind of work that you love, then just send it to the kind of publications you love, and try and do some work placements with them. And just know that it's the long game. If you want to be a writer of any kind, you're probably not going to be the best you can be until you're about 40 or 50. So, you know, no matter who you are, you just need practice.
Brilliant. And how can people find out more about Roadworks and also get involved in what you guys are doing?
Well, Roadworks has zillions of projects right now, so you could check us out at www.roadworksmedia.co.uk or check out the magazine at www.roadworksmedia.co.uk/magazine, and you can participate in any of our classes or volunteer in some of our mentorship programs through the website, so just contact us.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for being here today, Joe. That was great, and big thanks to Roadworks Media for filming today. Thanks guys, bye.